Hi, how y'all doing today? This Miss Big Betty Bombshell. This is Ask Miss Big Betty Bombshell. She knows show. I tell you, I've been having a good time lately. I tell you, how you like my country hairdo? You know what I'm saying? This is my country hairdo today. But I tell you, I just want to greet everybody, say, welcome, welcome, welcome to Ask Miss Big Betty Bombshell, because she knows show. This is the time when I just go and read a little letters or questions that people ask me, and then I also let you know what it is that I had said even afterwards, you know, after the conversation, what I sent back to them. You know what I'm saying? Because some people want to know. You know, I don't claim to be no professional, but I just use common sense. It's just common sense. Come on now, just common sense. I tell you, sometimes I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I can give that advice, because I tell you, we know how to give advice because of the mistakes that we made. And the mistakes that we made, we don't want y'all to make. So that's why we be warning y'all, be saying, baby, I wouldn't do that. Baby, I wouldn't say that. No, you got to, come on now. Come on now. So I tell you, learn from your mistakes. But some mistakes be hard mistakes. And once you make some mistakes, boy, I tell you, can't get that back. Can't get that back. I tell you, especially when you did somebody wrong. You know what I'm saying? Especially somebody close to somebody that love you. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a hard thing. Because I tell you, somebody do something, certain things, you know, certain things to be so wrong that people got to love you from a distance. You know what I'm saying? Got to love you from a distance. I just sat up there and I seen something up there on the internet. You know what I'm saying? The internet always telling the business, everything. And somebody went up there, own child. You know what I'm saying? You don't do stuff like that. You don't do stuff like that. That's why you got to be mindful who you hold close to you, who you hold dear. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say anything now, do anything now, because you know what I'm saying? People just, I tell you, people will do anything to set you up. Any people will do anything to try to get back at you, you know. This ain't like it was back in the day, because back in the day, we ain't had no telephone. We couldn't even carry no cell phone. We had to walk, and I tell you what, when we sit up there, when we, go to the movies or whatever, we have to set a set time when they gonna pick us up, and we gotta be there. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't had no phone. We had to wait till we got all the way home to be able to get on the phone. We had to talk all the way home before we be able to get on the phone. But I tell you, these days and times, I tell you, you gotta be so careful. You gotta be so careful. I remember I had a friend. Every time I turned around, I was in the meeting. I looked down, she done recorded. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wonder why? I just wanted this. That wasn't for your business. That's my business. That wasn't your business. Sitting out there recording. And I always had to be careful around her too. You know what I'm saying? I always had to be careful, because you never know when people trying to set you up or record you. They could sit up there and say something and really tick you off just so they could set you up. So you can say something or do something you ain't had no business doing or saying. But let me tell you, I like that part of the Bible when it said about the stone. Oh yeah, he who without sin cast the first stone, because all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. Ain't no perfect ones walking on this earth. That's why we're striving every day, try to get better. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, try to get better. That's why we got to move forward and forgive, and sometimes we got to love from a distance. You know what I'm saying? If I know you trying to destroy me or you trying to hurt me, I love you. I don't care who you are. You could be my brother, my sister, and whoever. I got to love you from a distance. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you, got to forgive, but you got to love from a distance, because anybody trying to hurt you, they become dangerous. You know what I'm saying? They become dangerous. And a lot of times when we make mistakes, that we sit up there and we keep holding them close. I remember there were times I tried to get rid of people that wasn't even right for me, and they keep, I'm sorry, I won't do that no more, I'm sorry. And you sit up there and you bring them back close to you, and they still doing what they doing. Still doing what they're doing. You trying to build up, and they tearing down what you building up so fast, they tearing it down before you can build it up. I tell you. And they wasn't even there when you got the people that believe in you and trust in you and all that. They'll go right behind your back and bite you in the butt. Yes, they will. They'll bite you in the butt. So you got to be more careful nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful, because I sit up there and I tell you, sometimes people sit up there and fall out with you and be mad with you, and you ain't did nothing wrong. You don't even know why they mad. It's because what somebody else said, and they believe what they said. Why? Because they related to them. You got to realize you got to judge the matter. You got to judge the matter. You got to weigh the matter when they go to talking, because a lot of times people will sit up there and try to get you to go against a person because they mad at a person. They don't want to be bothered with a person, so they don't want you to be bothered with a person either. You know, and you could be friends with that person. That friend's child is just messy. You know what I'm saying? People could be so messy. That's why you got to be so careful nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. Somebody always trying to set you up. Somebody always trying to give payback. You know what I'm saying? But karma ain't nothing to play with. Now, she the one that she get a hold of you. She's like a lockjaw, but she ain't gonna let you go. She ain't gonna let you forget what you done did. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll come back. And I tell you, the worst thing is that when you sit up there and you be done did somebody wrong, then you sit up there and you need them and you can't go back because you know you did them wrong. I tell you, that's a bad thing, people. I don't even know why I got all that. I tell you that. Watching that social media, you be hearing this, you be hearing that. You be like, wait a minute. You gotta weigh the matter out before you go to judging. You know what I'm saying? You gotta weigh the matter out. I tell you, you can't believe everything be up there on that internet. And then you can hear some things and be so what? But then guess what? You don't know what went down. You don't know if they push a person's button and try to get them to, you know what I'm saying? People know how to push people button. People know how to do all kind of little stuff. Messy stuff nowadays. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell you, back in the day, they ain't had all that. They ain't had all them phones. You know, they had cameras and everything, but they ain't had all them phones. But in a way, phones is a good thing to have now, because you can mess around there and somebody try to do you wrong, you know they wrong, and they filming, and guess what? You got the victory, because guess what? They feel what happened, because there's a lot of people that was in authority did dirt. Why they did dirt? Because there wasn't no cameras. Now there are cameras everywhere. You know what really shocked me, y'all, is that they'll still do dirt even knowing they being videotaped, like they're on a mission or something. They're gonna accomplish what they're gonna do. They don't care who see or not. You know what I'm saying? You got to be so careful nowadays. You got to be so careful, people. You got to be so careful. I tell you. Well, here it is. I don't even know I went off all of that. I tell you, that internet, you get stuck up in that internet if you ain't careful. I tell you, you be having something to do. You have to hurry up and stop what you're doing, because you're all in that internet. You know what I'm saying? Because you be finding out, you be learning a lot. There's a lot of technology out here now and everything, but I tell you, ain't no privacy no more. Boy, them privacy days is over with. Boy, I tell you. All this technology and stuff, people can look in your house and see what you be doing. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I tell you, with all this hacking and going on and carrying on, people trying to steal your identity, people trying to steal your money, people doing all kind of devilment. You know, that's why I tell you, y'all sit up there, y'all wonder, you know, when you being saved and you be an example, you know what I'm saying? Others could look at. You know what I'm saying? Just like they say, what says about the Bible. The Bible is you're the only book some people will ever be able to read. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, we in this show me state now. You know what I'm saying? I be saying, show me. Because I tell you, people will tell you anything nowadays. They'll tell you anything. You gotta wait and see it. When you see it, you gotta believe it. When you see it, you gotta believe it. I ain't talking about faith in the Lord now. That's something totally different. That's something totally different. Now I ain't talking about that. I'm talking so fast. Woo. But that's totally different. You know what I'm saying? But Miss Big Betty Bombshell be trying to tell y'all what's right now. She be trying to tell y'all what's right so y'all can stay y'all behind out of trouble. Because trouble is easy to get into, but it's hard to get out. I tell you what, some of y'all still paying. And y'all could be using that money somewhere else because y'all done got in trouble to let your anger and all that stuff. Now you're paying. You know what I'm saying? But you got to really be careful nowadays, people. And you got to still love. You know what I'm saying? Even when there's hate and there's vengeance and all this crazy stuff, you still got to love people. Well, let me give you, I had 2 emails sent to me today. So I'm just going to read this off, and I'm going to read what I had told you. And if I go off from there, you know how it is. I always like to go back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, them was some good old days, boy. We had fun in them days. You know what I'm saying? Now we got to train our children how to, you know what I'm saying? And you got to teach them how to behave, number one. You got to teach them how to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to teach them wisdom on how to do different things nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't tell them what you used to do back then. You can share with them, but you got to tell them, get them to move in this new technology and the millennium. You know what I'm saying? You got to teach them nowadays. Because if not, they'll be falling and tripping and everybody trapped. You know what I'm saying? And everybody trapped. Then you sit out there saying, what happened to my child? You got to train your child. You got to train these children nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes in a way, cameras could be good. And then sometimes in a way, audio can mess you up too. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to use wisdom nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You got to know who you marrying nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is Ask Miss Big Betty Bombshell. Now, I'm going with the first question today, what someone sent me, and it says, Dear Miss Big Betty Bombshell, I have a boyfriend who always asking me for money. He always tell me he love me, but he is always in my purse, if you know what I mean. I hate to tell him no because I don't want him to leave me. Miss Big Betty Bombshell, what should I do? That's simple. Leave, run, and don't look back. Okay, this was my reply to her. I said, baby, first of all, it should be the other way around. He is getting your honey and your money. He is acting like he is in escort service or something. Wake up, baby, and smell the coffee. He is making you pay him for being your boyfriend. When your boyfriend, he's making you pay him for being your boyfriend. When he asks you for money again, tell him, hell no. Do I look like a bank to you? If he wants to leave you, let him, because he is not adding anything to the relationship. Anyway, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. And it sounds like you keep begging you. I can't even read my own writing. Next time I need to type it out, y'all. And it says he keep begging you with nothing. Baby, let it go. Baby, let it go. God have someone better for you that is going to love you for who you are and have no problems providing for you. Child, leave that deadbeat alone. Yeah. I told her just like that. You know, I can't even read my own writing. I be sitting up there looking through the email trying to write it down. You know what I'm saying? Next time I need to probably try to put it on the computer and try to read it. But anyway, that's what I told her. But I tell you, sitting up there, man always asking you for money, never had nothing. That's what I'm telling you. Nowadays, these men looking for women to take care of them. Especially those that be, you know what I'm saying? They got kids. They be looking for it. They be looking for women that they see got kids and they ain't got no man in their life. Then they gonna sit up there and try to be daddy. You know what I'm saying? All the time they be trying to be daddy. They be taking the food from the kids' mouth and they be taking clothes from the shoes off the children's feet. Always, then next thing you know, she's sitting up there, gotta take care of you and neglecting her children for you. I tell you, the devil is a liar. Nah. Women, when you find men like that, run. And then you still got to be careful. Because some will sit up there and get a job for maybe a week or two and make it look like they working. And they ain't working. They ain't thinking about working. They just did that to try to stay in the house, to try to make you happy. And every time you turn around, they can never keep a job. Why? But you know the way we living in these daytime, you know what I'm saying? If you don't get stuck with them now, you know what I mean? There's this corona out here. And she got her boyfriend, nah. No, you don't want to get stuck with that. Nah. You gotta realize, nothing from nothing means nothing. I mean, we from the old school. We old fashioned. You know what I'm saying? We used to a man looking out for us. Now we working and we helping each other. You know what I'm saying? To make it out. and work it out and get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If you doing all the work and the man ain't doing no work, what you need a man for? For the sake that he's wearing the pants, for the sake that he's trying to satisfy you pleasantly, you supposed to get married before you have a boyfriend anyway. You supposed to get married before you even call yourself please don't even think about moving him in with you. Come on now, you don't know nothing about that man. You better do a background check. Now, this is the next one that I have, and it says, "Dear Miss Big Betty Bombshell." Whoo, it's getting hot by this heat. Boy, look at here, This heat hot. Woo, it's hot up here by this heat. Boy, look at him. Miss Big Betty Bombshell starting to sweat. You know what I'm saying? This heat hot over here. But anyway, this is the next question right here. It says, "Dear Miss Big Betty Bombshell, I love dating older men because they don't mind giving up that money. And have no problem giving me what I ask him for. He loves me, but I don't love him. He is just someone I play with. After all, he makes me feel like he giving me for making him feel younger." Making him feel young. Now, here's the catch. I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend who is way younger than he is, about my age. I always fake the moves with my sugar daddy. Miss Big Betty Bombshell, I am caught between the two of them. The sugar daddy gives me way more than my boyfriend do. Neither one knows about the other one. After all, I can have my cake and eat it too, can I? No. Okay, this is my reply. I say hell to the no. Sooner or later, you're going to get caught. Then you will end up with no one. If you do not love that older man, break it off with him. Because older men don't play, and you just might get hurt. Yeah, they don't play about their money now. My mama always told me, if you do not want a man, don't spend his money. Let the older one go, and no, you cannot have your cake and eat it too. You might just end up getting choked. Choose one. I had to laugh on that one. Choose one. It is either one or the other. You can't have them both. That is my advice to you. Boy, I tell you, you're sitting up there, you dealing with an older man, and you think that older man ain't gonna know a sense, nah. Try that older man to mess around there and backtrack on your butt, or show up when you least expect it, cause you know they've been around longer than you. You just coming, you way younger than him now. He been around there, you know, younger than you. You don't even know if that man tracking you. You don't know what that man doing. You know what I'm saying? And mess around there and get caught. Then what you gonna do? And then you mess around there and you gonna lose both of them. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be slick. Come on now. You gotta choose one or the other. And I tell you, if it was my advice, leave that sugar daddy alone. Because if you don't love that man, you leave that man alone now. So he could go and find somebody else he could be happy for it, that'll love him. You know what I'm saying? Up there trying to have your cake and eat it too. Mess around there and get choked. Y'all have a good day. This is Ask Miss Big Betty Bombshell, because she knows show.